Well, thank you so much for having us today. Let me first again say how appreciative we are for the hospitality and for the the generosity that in terms of every aspect really that we've experienced in Saudi. My colleague John has been working here for many years. I came here first about 27 years ago, and I can see the complete transformation. I can also see some of the same traits, like a beautiful people, proud people, and a vibrant young community.
I think that is absolutely right, Tor. I think that's absolutely right. I first came here 40 years ago. Came actually in 1978, and I lived in Saudi Arabia. I became a Saudi unofficially. I was here for 10 years. And although we're often asked, what's changed, what have you seen? The answer to that, of course, is we see that you've actually achieved a lot of your aspirations of those days when I first came across. But something that Tor touched on is very, very important, is that you didn't lose any of the charm of the Saudi people, and you maintained the hospitality, which has been quite extraordinary, and has been wonderful tonight here, and has been very good since we arrived, and we're very, very grateful for that.
It's our pleasure. Our pleasure to have you in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and it's our honor today to host you on one of examples and the success examples we have in housing programs under the Ministry of Housing. And this is one of success story we have across a lot of success stories across all the government entities across the kingdom.
Yeah. You must be very, very thrilled to have quite a vibrant contribution to 2030 to make through the housing field and providing what families are really looking for. That is a part of the lifestyle aspect, isn't it, of 2030, of improving the lifestyle and the living conditions, whatever, of your people. So you must feel excited about where you're at the moment. Tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to over the next few years in terms of 2030, please.
Today, in the Ministry of Housing, and as the main roles that we have is to ensure that we're going to reach 70% of penetration of Saudi household ownership. Okay, we don't see it as only providing unit or residential unit and just closing this target. No, we would like to provide sustainable building. We'd like to provide high efficient building. We'd like to provide a good life and the quality of life of the society across the building as well. We don't see it, and not even 2030, even from today. Sure. When we develop the master plan of our project, either the small or medium or the mega project, we have to ensure that we're going to provide the best of the unit from the quality, and to be affordable in the prices, and in good time manners to be delivered to the Saudi families. We'd like the Saudi families to live in sustainable building and very efficient from operation cost and very efficient from the lifestyle, and also providing them a high quality life.
Wonderful. And you're certainly protecting the lower income groups,
exactly,
especially, aren't you?
Exactly.
Giving them a buffer.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
Exactly.
That's wonderful. Tor.
So you have that beautiful population growth that we can only envy from Europe, really, and creating consumers, creating labor, and creating a new generation of vibrant contributors to the economy. And so, of course, you need to keep up that growth in terms of housing and homes. So what is your broad strategy and the different elements of keeping up with that population growth?
Today, as of today, the population in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is 21.1 million. We have about 3.5 million Saudi families. The growth of the Saudi families is about 2.5 to 2.7%. So we are expecting in each year new families, and these families demanding for houses about 100k to 140k. And to ensure that, we have to be proactive as a government to ensure we balance between the supply and the demand, and we manage the expectation of the Saudi families. The expectation is not only providing houses, it's providing the quality of life as well. For that reason, we are engaging with the domestic investors, we are engaging with the foreign investors to ensure that we're going to provide sufficient supply from capacity, from quality, from the cost as well. Just 2019, we really pushed to the market with engagement with the private sector, engagement with the domestic investor and foreign investor, more than 125,000 units. And we're going to continue on that track to reach more than 1.5 million units by 2030. The opportunity here is huge. We are talking about opportunity worth 1 trillion Saudi riyals from today until 2030. This is, as a volume, it's very attractive to the domestic investors and for the foreign investors. And our jobs as a Ministry of Housing and as a government as well, we're going to make this environment very healthy, very attractive, very competitiveness to attract more investment. Investment come to the building technology, investment in the infrastructure, investment in the building technology, and also investment of financing the mortgage, the corporate, and refinancing as well. We need to ensure the whole ecosystem, the whole component of the chain of the ecosystem of the housing and the real estate development to be captured well, and we provide the right solution, and to be radical, and to be sustainable, and to be very productive to ensure we're going to supply more than 1.5 billion. 1.5 billion, this is only for the affordable houses. On top of that, we're going to have also steady business, which targeting the other segment from Saudi families.
Yeah, very good. What kind of incentives are you providing for the international investor? I'm thinking taxes, land. We know that you have great incentives for the actual end buyer in terms of interest subsidies.
Let's go to the supply side, since we are talking about the foreign investors. Today we have real engagement, and we have role models engagement with from China, from United States, and also potentially we're going to have more players, international players from different markets, either emerging market or advanced market. They're going to participate as standalone entity and participate in the supply market of the affordable houses or residential unit, or overall in the real estate development. And or they're going to participate with the JV, as a JV with the local investors or local real estate developers. These kind of JVs is to provide more efficient way to speed up the implementation, the operation. Sometimes the international investors, they don't have the local requirement or the know-how requirement of the local market. So from our side as a government, and to be specific from the Ministry of Housing, we provide several incentive package or levers package. We provide financial support by funding the project of the real estate project, especially when it's target affordable houses with a good quality life and with the community. We provide them land access. This access either to governmental land or the private land. We provide them with exemption on the built-up area or the FIR to raise the penetration of number of units compared to with the provided lands. On top of that, we provide the financial package solution, okay, to the real estate developers or the contractors or the factory who are going to build the factory to produce houses based on the new technologies from the third generation and from the fourth generation as well. Our roles here as a government, we want to ensure we streamline the governance, the procedure, the processes. We provide the financial incentive package and the non-financial incentive package to ensure the ecosystem will be in the speed of the demand, and to ensure that we're going to have the balance between the supply and the demand in the market, and to make it very attractive for the foreign investor and the domestic investor as well.
Excellent. Yeah, it's certainly resonance with us coming from England, where we struggle to even get building permits within a year, right? It's been very impressive to hear your joint venture partners in manufacturing and the prefab technology that you've adopted. I will just say that you're building a fantastic ecosystem, and I think we can conclude on that. And thank you so very much for having us. And again,
thank you.
And again, we fully support your journey forward into this constructing all the different elements of the ecosystem.
Absolutely. Good luck with this project. It's a very worthy one, and it seems to be heading for a great success.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.